Who are we? We are that bitch. Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Karismariel back with another video. If you are new and wondering why I'm sitting here talking to you with a mask on my face, I have this thing I'm trying to do called Face Mask Friday, where I put on a face mask and I just talk, you know? I pick a topic that I want to talk about and I just talk. This is my safe space, this is your safe space. Well, it doesn't have to be, but it can be. So yeah, we're just here with face masks and vibes. And if you aren't new here, hello. Sorry I missed you last week. I don't have an excuse. I just didn't feel like filming. How about that? We're honest, you know? We're honest. I thought I'd just get straight to the point today. Hold on, my mom's calling me. Already lost my train of thought. I have no idea what I was saying. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying, but yeah, so the mask I have is this one. It's supposed to be 24 karat gold. She's not gold. That was very disappointing, but it was like a little tint on it, so I think they tried. But I picked this mask because I am golden. I am a star. I shine bright like a diamond, which gets me into this week's topic, which is self-love and self-confidence. So, I don't really know where to start, but I have a lot to say, okay? So let's start with self-love, you know? So, here's my sad story. Oh, I didn't ask you guys how you were doing this week. How are you guys doing this week? How was your week? How was your day? Let me know in the comments because I want to know. I actually had a really good week, like, really good, surprisingly. Like, I feel really good right now. Like, I woke up, brushed my teeth, put this on, and got to filming, didn't even put food in my belly. So, yes, I had a really good week. I hope you had a good week, too. Hope you're having a good day. So, make sure you let me know in the comments because I care. So, anyways, yeah, self-love. I struggled with that a lot growing up. I'm sure everybody has, or maybe has not. But growing up, I was so insecure. Oh my gosh. It was literally so annoying how insecure I was. Like, it was not one thing about myself. Do y'all see my ponytail? I really am giving the girls interest. It was not one thing about myself that I liked growing up. Like, it wasn't one thing. Maybe my personality, but even then, I watch my Snapchat memories. I'm like, wow, you were so freaking irritating. Oh my gosh. Like, I want to go in my memories and just tell myself to fuck up. So yeah, I struggled with that a lot growing up. I always seek validation from other people. Wow, today is so distracting. There's so many distractions going on, but you know what? We're just going to continue to film and we're just going to ignore those distractions, okay? I would seek validation from so many different people. I would seek validation from boys. I would seek validation from my friends. Like, it wasn't a time, excuse me. It wasn't a time where I just felt comfortable in my own skin until probably like 3 years ago, like my senior year of high school. Like, I always had to have a boyfriend. I always had to I always had to have someone telling me that I was pretty, like, and I put myself in like a lot of situations where I shouldn't have that, because if I actually truly loved myself, I wouldn't be in those situations. And I firmly believe in the quote, if you don't love yourself, nobody else will, because how that works is, if you don't love yourself, You don't realize your worth. You don't know what you deserve. You don't know. You can't tell if someone's treating you bad because you don't love yourself enough to realize, like, I don't deserve to be treated like this. So, period, sis. So, yeah, like, I mean, I still have insecurities, but, I've gotten better since I was growing up. Like, now, like I said, I probably said this in one of my videos before, but I've gained a lot of weight this year. I've gained like 10 to 15 pounds this year, and like, borderline, without a doubt, my biggest insecurity has always been my stomach. I've always wanted a flat stomach. I've always dreamed and romanticized on having a flat stomach without working out though. So yeah, that's probably one of my biggest insecurities now. Like, I'm kind of secure in myself. I love myself. Like, I know who I am. And just sometimes you just gotta look in the mirror and tell yourself, like, you were that girl. You're that girl. Cause I do that. I will look at myself and I'll be like, you're that girl. You're her. You're her. You are the baddest on the block. Okay. You're her. That is basically that's just how I feel about self-love and self-confidence, and I just feel like we need to love ourselves, okay? Because we can't expect these men or these women to love us if we don't love us. Because I used to always be like, oh, I have a boyfriend, like, I'm valid, like, what? I'm valid because I think I'm valid, period. So yeah, now, hello, I'm back. I'm sorry. Today, I don't know what it is, but nobody wants me to film, and I'm getting a little frustrated, so we're just gonna woosah and continue with the video. Again, I have a really bad memory, so I lost my train of thought. I think I was talking about confidence. But yeah, So yeah, I wasn't very confident. I would always compare myself to others. I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, she's so pretty, like, why am I not? I would literally say that I was ugly. Like, I would literally think I was ugly. And like, people would bully me, and then people would tell me I was ugly. So there you go again, seeking validation from others. Just because you're telling me I'm ugly, I believe that I'm ugly. But back then, I would hear it so much. I would be like, dang, like, am I really ugly? Like, no, I'm not. Because I do have my days where I feel ugly, which is a total difference between being ugly. You can feel ugly. You cannot feel the prettiest. You cannot feel like your best self. I feel like that's totally normal because everybody has their days where they just don't feel like they look good. But I'm not ugly. I've never been, never will be. I'm not ugly, period. So yeah, I would just always compare myself to others and like try to recreate certain looks and try to build a personality based off the other girls that I was inspired by and thought was pretty, and just, that's not healthy, babe. That's not healthy. So yeah, like, I just feel like I've gotten better with my confidence and my self-love, and I'm sorry guys, this video just isn't the best. I keep losing my train of thought, getting really frustrated, so
Hey, so this is me editing the video the same day, probably like 30 minutes later. I know I get very frustrated easily and distracted easily, but I've never actually physically seen myself, watched myself get to that point. And I don't like that, babe. This video is not what I wanted it to be, and I don't like that. So we're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk. Basically, what I was getting at was that when I first, because I'm not from, y'all know where I live. I was debating if I wanted to say or not. I'm not from Georgia. I moved from New York to Georgia. I think when I was 11 or 12, so I moved here from New York to Georgia. Um, Totally different, way different than what I was used to. Like when I first moved here, the kids were really mean. Um, I just I don't know what it was, but the kids were so mean. Like I didn't really at that time, that was like 2012, so like not really everybody was like into natural hair, knew much about natural hair, but growing up I always had like a natural hairstyle. Like I always had my hair in braids, or I had like my little afro, or I had my hair blown out, or I had mini twists. And when I first moved here, I had mini twists, and boy, did them kids give me hell. They gave me hell. Now, not to say I was a prize back then, but did they really have to be that mean? Like, I had like short little mini twists. Like, I thought that was cute. I wore my little bows and stuff, and they didn't agree. um, So yeah, like I swear when I first moved here, like it was always something that I was getting picked about. If it was my name, my accent, how I walk, how I dress, like it just was always something that I was getting picked at about, and that really deterred my self confidence. And I was gonna live. I'm here still. Like this is seventh grade, so I was gonna be here for the next 8 years. So I started to like kind of try to adapt to like fit in, and like I always tried to seek validation from all the other kids from when I first moved here, and like all the girls were like wearing weaves and stuff and like getting acrylics, and my mom didn't play that. My mom didn't let me do that until I was probably like 16. Like I didn't get my first full set until I was 16, and it was short, and I didn't get my first weave until I was 17, and even then those were clip-ins. So my mom wasn't having that. So I had to find different ways to fit the ideal image of all the kids when we moved out here, because in New York it's so diverse. Like it's so many different types of people in New York. Like it's just so diverse. It's so diverse. So when I first moved here, everybody was looking at me like they would I promise you, like these kids would not give me a break. It was always something. It was always something. Then I had braces and glasses, so you know what people say about that. So it just was always a lot. Like I was always getting picked at until probably like 10th grade. Like it was just always something I was always getting picked about. So obviously, like if you're always getting picked on about your looks, like you're gonna start to believe it. But I started to look at myself more. I started to realize more things. I started to change, because that was another thing I needed to change. Like I needed to change a lot. Like I was like so irritating. I was so problematic. And like I just it if you knew me back then, just know that you should know that I've changed a lot. And I just started to realize like you don't get to tell me how I look. You don't get to tell me how I feel, because you're not a prize. You're not a prize. Um, so yeah, I just over the last probably like senior year, I think like towards the end of my junior year of high school, beginning of my senior year, that's really when I started to blossom into a bad bee. And I personally think that's because I finally had got out of a very toxic relationship, because from 10th grade to junior year, I just was in toxic relationships, just toxic, 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 toxic. And one of my boyfriends, like at that time, I was trying to become natural. Like I didn't want to wear my hair straight anymore, because I didn't really like my hair straight, except for now. Because girl, do you see my ponytail? Do you see that? I didn't really like my hair straight, but my mom would always have me go to the Dominican hair salon and like blow it out. Like she didn't really. Not that she didn't let me, but I didn't know how to do my hair, and she didn't really trust me to do my hair, so she would take me to the Dominican hair salon. And I swear, like I would have my hair in like an afro, and I would love it. Like I would be so happy. Like I would have my hair curly. I would do my little braid out or whatever, cuz girl, like this much of my hair was natural. Do you see that? This was all straight and that was natural hair. So, you know, I had to do like my little braids out, and like I loved it. Like, oh my gosh, like I was always the happiest when I had my hair curly. And that boyfriend at the time, he just, anytime I had my hair curly, like he would just look at me like he wouldn't compliment me. But as soon as I got that fresh blowout, he was like, oh my gosh, you look so good. Your hair looks so good. That's not a compliment. I don't care what anybody says, but if you tell a black girl that likes her hair natural, that her hair looks good straight, and you only compliment her when her hair is straight, that's not a compliment. I don't care. I'm offended. Like I don't care if you think I'm sensitive. I don't care if you don't mean it like that. That's not a compliment. It's not. I personally feel like that's the same thing as you're pretty as a dark skin. You're pretty for a black girl. You're pretty for a dark skin girl. It's not a compliment. But yeah. So after I stopped dating him, when did we start talking about my boyfriends? Those are irrelevant. Anyways, basically when I got out of those two relationships, I didn't really like, I wanted a boyfriend, but I really wasn't looking for a boyfriend, because that was my issue too. Like I always felt like I needed to have a boyfriend to be valid, like, and that's not the case. Because I think I said in this video, but my boyfriend now, like, he knows that I don't need him to validate my happiness, and I don't need him to validate me. Like, if me and him broke up today, like, I would still feel, I mean, of course I would be sad because I love my boo, but like it wouldn't change my life. Like it wouldn't be so life altering that I don't even know who I am anymore. And that's definitely how I used to be. Like once I got a relationship, I was like, what do I do now? Like had no friends. Like I mean I had friends, but like my boyfriend was my friend, so it was like some girls don't want to talk to me. Like I done this them for this boy. Um so yeah, like I just started to like blossom into myself. Like I started to change. Like I was really depressed and suicidal, but girl, that's another talk for another day. I started to feel more happy. I felt started to feel more healthy. I started to look healthy. It just that self-love, that self-realization, it hit differently. And I really wish it was a lot more people that could look at themselves and self-reflect and be like, I need to change and I need to do better for myself, because that's definitely how I was. Because if you knew me back then, you knew I was a mess. I was messy. I always had something to say. I was loud. Like I just didn't look healthy, girl. Like I look healthy, right? I look healthy. You see my ponytail? I just wasn't happy. Like I was like, you could literally look. I'm gonna put pictures of myself when I was a sophomore in high school. Like I don't even look happy. I literally look miserable. So yeah, I started to find like, I don't really know how I started to find outlets of confidence, I guess. Like I guess I started to like realize like the stuff that I like. Like I really like art, I really like fashion. So like I started to like embrace those things, and like that started to make me happy. Like I always express myself through my clothes. I started experimenting with my hair. Like I just started to find myself. Like I just started to, I don't know, I just started to blossom. So yeah, that's basically what I was trying to get at. Like I don't know what I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't know where I found my confidence. I think I just one day decided that I was tired of being sad and always feeling ugly, and I wanted to be a baddie. So that's just what happened. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. I'm so sorry about my mental breakdown, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So this is me in a good mood telling you guys I will see you in my next video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, follow me on Instagram. Don't be a hater. Go buy a t-shirt from me. Something. And I'll see you next time. So bye.
Now, girl, you know just how to get my attention. A lot of bullshit from the past I can mention. Come fuck me, you know I don't like tension. You ain't really fuck with me way back then, but how?
mental wusa, and I think I feel better now to finish the video off. So yeah, I just always seek validation from other people, and I just never was really secure within myself to really have self-love, you know? Like, I would always seek validation from others. I would always be like, oh, I have a boyfriend who thinks I'm pretty, like, so I'm pretty, and like, that's not okay. Like, even my boyfriend now, like, he knows, like, I don't need validation from him. Like, I'm not saying I don't, that's not the word. He knows I don't need him to feel secure within myself, and he knows that I don't need him to feel happy within myself. I am in charge of my own happiness. I am in charge of my own confidence. I'm in charge of uplifting myself. Because it's self-love and self-confidence, you know? So yeah, just over the years, like, I just started giving myself affirmations and, like, started realizing, like, how freaking hot I was, and, just really just embodying that I'm that bitch mentality, you know? Like, I don't care what you have to say about me, like, I think I'm that girl, you don't do anything for me, so whatever. And I know it's a lot of people, a lot of girls that don't feel like that, and it really makes me sad that some girls just really don't love themselves enough to realize, like, how much they're worth and how important and how valued they are. And I really hope that a lot more girls start to realize and start getting to the state that they are important. I hope you guys enjoy the chaoticness of this video, because I'm not enjoying it, as you can tell, and I'm still trying to push through. It just makes me sad that, because, like, I have a lot of friends that be telling me about their boyfriends and how, like, they treat them bad. And I'm like, girl, like, why are you still with him? Like, I would have been left, like, and it's not that easy for a lot of people. And, like, sometimes, like, you gotta realize, like, when you're in these bad relationships where the person doesn't really love you and respect you and value how you should be respected, you just gotta leave, because there's a lot of situations that I was in that I really genuinely liked the person, but they didn't treat me how I felt that I deserved to be treated. And I was like, I deserve more. You're not giving me what I deserve, so peace. So yeah, that's kind of all I had to say. My energy's just not there anymore, but I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Do you see my ponytail though? Do you see my inches? Do you see the ponytail that's coming out of my head? Do you see it? So yeah, I'm gonna take the mask off so you guys can see my face. Wow, as always, that felt really good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video anyways. Hope you got my message, whatever this was. Sorry, I tried. I'm still gonna post it because I still took my time to film it. And I said I was gonna give you guys a video every week, so like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, enjoy your weekend because it is Friday, and I will see you guys in the next video, so bye.